the sense of I is both the mind and the ego, is that which sustains the false notion of we being, the self being an individual entity or person living in time and space, separate and apart from the one supreme self, the very being that in truth we all are. Another way of looking at it, Sri Bhagavan Ramana said, the ego serves, its function is serving as the link, which is like a knot holding together the unmanifested pure awareness of being with the manifestation of time and space, the body living in time and space. So, look at it, if you will, that the ego is the knot holding identification with the body-mind and keeping the sense of the being an entity, a person, an individual in time and space, alive, which could not even be sustained without the pure awareness of the self that we all are. But the I that holds it together, the ego, is the knot, which is the contraction on the field and ground of being between the unmanifested and the manifested. This knot of contraction is the discomfort we all feel and are wishing to be free of, the bondage that we're all wishing to be free of when it is recognized that no matter what we do in the world of time and space, it is never enough. Has anyone ever recognized this?
Yes.
There is no fulfillment. No contentment. No freedom. No lasting peace. Ever to be found or sustained from body-mind identification living in time and space. This knot of contraction can never be satisfied when attention is externalized into the world or onto the world, into the experiences lived in ordinary life in the world. Why? Because we are not human beings. We are divine beings. And the divine being trapped in the role of a human being is only pleasant for a time, not forever. Eventually, we wish to be free. We as divine beings wish to be free from the role of human beings. And look how there is a tendency to go unconscious and not hear this. That's what happens in meditation when we go unconscious in meditation. Because in meditation, we're bringing attention back into the knot, K-N-O-T, the knot of identification, where we're capable, would be capable of untying the knot if we remained alert and conscious during the meditation. But going unconscious does not allow us to untie the knot. Just see this without judgment of yourself in the seeing of it. Have compassion with yourself when you see this trend, this tendency to go unconscious. And work on yourself. Do the best you can to not go unconscious. Carry a pen with you and jab yourself with it if necessary. All right?
This is Vivian. Ramana, when you just mentioned how it's never good enough in the world, isn't a mistake that people make with spirituality, spiritual work, is that they're trying to make themselves better. If I do this, then I will be a better person, I'll be more righteous, where really all that we're doing is letting go of what we're not. And we already are perfection as we are.
The being that we are, the true being that we are, is perfect, and the expression of that self is perfect. But if we are identified with the sense of I as a separate individual, we will never know the perfection of the pure being of the self that we are. As long as we're remaining in the identification with body-mind, as though the body-mind is who and what we are, we can never know fully the perfection. We can only intellectualize that everything is perfect in its own way.
Thank you.
Ramana, this is Donna.
All right, Donna.
Just a minute ago when you mentioned untying the knot, what came up for me is that there's really nothing to do in order to untie the knot except to continually direct attention into the awareness. And if it's not there, to continuously inquire. Is that correct?
That's correct, love. Stay in the inquiry. In AHAM, the teaching is so simple, so basic. How many things are there to do?
One.
Just one, not two. Just one thing to do. What is it?
Just ask who.
That's all. But you must stay with the asking, not sloganize it. You must stay with the process. You must constantly stay with the process. Now, what is the process? When you're asking who, you're redirecting attention from an externalized flow of attention from the center towards the circumference. You're redirecting it from the outer periphery of things, persons, places, things, and events, the multiplicity or duality of this world. You're redirecting it onto the center, from the circumference to the center, the one point from which the sense of I appears to rise and expand into time and space. But prior to time and space is the I, which is not in time and space as pure I am, but it is the not. It's the point of contraction where the unlimited pure awareness of being appears as the limited time and space. All we have to do is reverse attention from externalizing. Now, on a clear night, if you're out looking at the stars, you could say outwardly, oh, this expansiveness, this outward universe. But who sees this universe? How is the universe seen? If the eyes are the seer, then it has form. If the mind is the seer, then it is subtle. But if the self is the eye that sees, everything is included in the pure being of the self. And the very universe itself is contained in the pure I am of the being that we actually are. And it can be realized for oneself just by practicing inquiry without ceasing. Constantly practicing inquiry with every thought that rises until eventually there is no I giving rise to any thought. There is only the divine, pure I am, the one self that we all are.